No PvP or World v World, and I mainly solo my characters because I don't know what anyone that plays. As for specializing, I have no clue yet. She's only 52 and still learning the game. On a more related note, the art style of this game is nice. Agreed. So while you're leveling, Bella, what I recommend is literally try things. You know, your time leveling through 1 through 80 allows you to try all the different skills out and see which ones make you happy. Also, you might consider, if you step into the PvP lobby, just the lobby, you have access to every skill in the game. So while you're in there, you could try out moves that you haven't unlocked yet and use that knowledge to decide what you want to unlock next. You might be like, you know, I was torn between getting A or B. I can try them in here. Oh, shoot, I like B way better. And then when you go outside, you can unlock B the next time you get hero points, you know? So that might be useful to you. Basic engineer, a couple of notes about it. Like, one, in open world, almost anything works. Rifle, if you haven't already tried it, is very strong at low levels for engineer. Additionally, engineer does not have weapon swap, which almost every other class has. But in trade for that, if you have any kits equipped, you basically get weapon swap through kits. So you can have no weapon swaps, or you could have 5 weapon swaps if you ran all kits. So you might consider running one if you haven't, just to, you know, get used to the other moves, because basically every kit is another weapon. But yeah, I mean, just try things out during the leveling process. When you get to max level, Hollowsmith is just a damage dealer. Mechanist can be support or damage, and you get a giant pet robot. So if you like pet classes, yay. If you don't, then no. And Scrapper is a damage dealer or a support. So you just kind of decide how you want to play at that point. Lift off. A gloom hangs thick above the pit of Melith and all around it. You are brave to seek your adversaries here again, reader. Many on the downside believe it to be nothing more than a foul din. They take the tales of Yislok Astralborn to be mythology embellished through retelling over time. You have met others, such as Witch Ud Milde, who believe otherwise, although, whichever their beliefs, I know of none that would go near the place unless the stars demand it. Thus shall your coming right against the dissidents take place in complete secrecy, as always the rights have. Blurry muck. Thank you. You arrive again on the muddy bleakness of the flagging hands, already anticipating the sinking feeling that comes with the place. This time Bertrand has something to say for you. We shall show ye how to withstand the less pleasant qualities of this locale. She reveals various salves and minor enchantments that help to counteract the spirit-draining effects of the region. Soon everyone is feeling better, if but for the assurances. Henceforth you shall not suffer penalties to hope in this region. Thanks to Bertrand. Okay. No one wants to talk? Alright, contact. As you walk through a dark corner of Cold Moat, you sense a presence of some sort which reaches out to you. It presents to you a vision of the adversary you expect to face in the coming right. The apparition is aware of your next adversary in the right's Barker. It offers to sway the coming right against him in your favor. Except you and your adversary shall suffer misfortune that inhibits his performance. Nothing permanent it claims. Decline, and the apparition shall extend its offer to Barker instead. Decline with grace. You thank the apparition for its generous offer, but decline, choosing your words with care. The apparition makes no response you can discern, then it shivers as is gone. You attempt to set your mind at ease as you return to the Black Wagon to pursue your vocations. So right now I can just have fun, try different things, see what I like. Sounds great. Exactly, yeah. In Guild Wars 2, the open world can, for most, it's like any build works. Like, let's say, for example, I run just a healer build in open world. I could still kill the same stuff. It'll just take me longer because my damage is lower, right? But it might be safer because I'll have more healing and sustain, you know? But yeah, open world is truly anything goes, and you're not inconveniencing other people because you're just on your own doing your own thing. Even if you're in a meta event, you're one of 50 people there, so no one's going to notice what you're doing. So you could truly just try things out, see what you like, see what you enjoy, stuff like that. Who's got the lowest XP right now? I think the Worm. All right, mentor the Worm. You ask Sir Gilman to explain to you in his own words the histories of the 8 scribes and speak to how their varied backgrounds form the basis of not just the rights, but of the Commonwealth. That is a huge amount of XP. This knight wonders at times about why he is here and which forces have transpired to bring us together. Has under King Oris himself taken an interest in this noble quest? For 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, Gilman deals an additional 10 damage to the adversary's Pyre. This knight loves the Underking Aura as the best of all, of course. Okay. Continue.
You are nothing, reader.
Yo, rude.
Nothing but a mindless
Freaking Weird Owl here.
Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes. The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
Too late, I'm here now. You wake up from what little sleep you managed this past night. Once more, the voice tormented you within your dreams. You attempt to rid your memory of it. If the voice truly is that of Archjustice Androboles the Ninth himself, as Wilfred indicated, then none of you are likely to receive too warm a welcome should you regain your freedom. What even is the story of this game? It's Hunger Games. It's basically these lowlands called the Downside. People that commit crimes or are accused of crimes are just thrown down here. And there are these rites that you can do, and if you win at the rites, one person in the winning team is sent back to the city, the upper class, with full honors, and basically a rich life awaits them. So they're kind of making these people down here, these some of them criminals, some of them not, are fighting for their lives to appease them through these games. A messenger imp tracks you down in the gloomy hollows of Flagging Hands to bring you news and rumors from the other side. The report's subject is Tamitha, blood sister to Pamitha and stoic leader of the Essence. She was liberated at the fall of Solia because she cheated and the referee didn't care. Her transgressions all forgiven upon her return. And yet old enmities remained, in spite of Commonwealth tradition or because of them. Tamitha found herself held up in many rounds of questioning, each less informal than the last. All concerned the movements of her sisters in the Highwing remnants. Refusing to cooperate, she demanded safe passage to her native lands, yet remains detained. She holds that her own blood sister must have thwarted her once more. Meanwhile, the Essence are refusing to conduct the rites with any other race, and I have not found a suitable replacement. You suspect you shall not face them in the rites again. Oh, the rest of her team didn't get a replacement for her, because they only take Harpies. As you finish reciting Imp's message, you take notice of Pamitha's reaction. I'm worse than dead to her by now, I think. Nonetheless, I'm grateful she's returned, and I'll try to uphold out hope that she'll be the wiser for it. You thank the messenger imp for delivering its news, and let it make good use of some of the Black Wagon's facilities before watching it flutter off towards the horizon. What happens to the loser? So the losing team, and all the members of the winning team except the one person who gets taken to the other side, just stay here.
Mukluk dance in Mukluk bobble, Mukluk dance in Mukluk bobble, Mukluku.
So like, for example, we have won the games 3 times and sent 3 people back. But that also means we no longer have those 3 people to play on our team, weakening our team. So the more people you send back for the story, the less people you have for your own team to win the following games. We also got to the final games and lost once, which is, that bird lady beat us. And she's a freaking terrorist. Hey you guys, Dad's here. He doesn't like talking much, but don't get weirded out by that or anything, because I think he likes you, especially if you keep buying stuff. Haha. Meh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, see you guys. Commence. When does it end after X rounds have passed? That's what I'm not sure of. So at first we did like 6 or 8 rounds before we got to the Super Bowl. Then after that we did like 3. Then we did 1, and now we're doing 1 again. So it's like the rights are speeding up and like losing control, and and the rights are controlled by the stars, and the stars are like the lights in the sky are just going out. So they think that the rights will soon just stop working. As the sky above the pit of Malith darkens, your companions watch in silence and await the commencement of the rites. Faye speaks up after a time. Here they are, the 8 scribes among the stars. Now everything is ready and the stars begin to shine once more, precisely as foretold. So, Plague Alpha, they've also hinted that you can't get everyone out. You will, you'll essentially, get quite a few of them out, but you have to make choices. Now, some of them, it's kind of, like, even from, like, a lore perspective, it's kind of easy. Because, like, Bertrude is like, yo, I live down here. I don't want to go back, so don't pick me if we win. So she's happy to stay, so that's easy. But some of the others are ready to fight for it.
To think I saw in you a worthy heir. Not just to the legacy of the Nightwings, but to the future of the Commonwealth. That traitor Volfred. Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas.
Volfred is the Sylvari-looking dude, remember?
Would make you a fool. I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand. Now for this blasted right. Some of us still have our duties to uphold.
Smell that, mates? Looks like we're gonna have to take this one a little serious this time. That's right, because they ain't got Greentail clogging up their ranks no more. He's back home now with his dear old mum where he belongs. Right time you Nightwings dump that deadbeat. Gotta have some standards after all. Just the same, we're gonna stomp you to the ground. Get ready. Alright, so their team is all speedy doggos.
Choose now, your band of traitors.
Oh, I forgot. 3 of them got sick from the last one, so we do not have choices. We have ones that we have to use.
Tizo. Faye.
Shiru-sama?
Bertrude. Very well.
We await the ancient rites commencement. Been itching for another go. Let's have it, mates. Tear him to shreds.
Begin.
Now, Bertrude has wall hack. Wait, what?
Go.
Oh, that hit one of them? Oh my god.
In honor of the scribes. That ought to
Really?
wake you up. Zap.
Oh god.
Banished one and all. That Bertrude's faster than she looks.
Is this a 1v1 board game? No, it's like a sport thing that each team's controlling one at a time. I think you can play this versus other people, but I'm not currently. I'm just doing the story. It's weird, yeah. Well, would you look at that? He's all riled up tonight, eh, boys? We're really not gonna let him take this one from us, or what?
The disgraceful Barker Ashpaws is a constant blight upon the sanctity of these proceedings.
That's not good.
Positively brutish.
Oh no! Oh gosh, we missed the goal.
The Nightwings prevail again.
Look, Silas.
'Twas as though the scribes themselves
It's like ancient
stood by
football,
their side.
kinda. You can throw the ball into the
right
pyre on the other
is
side. However, it
complete.
takes like there's like a charge up to do it, and I find it faster just to like dive in. Blah! What happened back there, mates? I'll have your hides for this.
There is much to learn from
Green
this
is basically
experience.
rested XP. Orange is how much XP they currently have now. Everyone gets rested XP. The people that actually participated get normal XP.
Now take your sordid business someplace else.
There proves little time for rest at the Black Wagon after your fellow exiles defeated the dissidents rather decisively. Those afflicted by banishment sickness seem to be doing better at last and express gratitude to Tizo, Faye, and Bertrude for their efforts. Just then, the lone minstrel appears before you. No words escape his lips, but you can guess full well that he has come to indicate to you and follow him back out into the darkness. The stars above seem to be few and fading, and yet one still shines, defiant. Seek it out. Is it time for the final thing? Yup. All right, so another, that's the freedom one. So when that one shines, you go there, and if you win, one person goes free. And we did successfully beat the dogs, which made it so that the worms were the last ones, and I hope I don't embarrass myself, because I was confident that the worms would be an easy win. You notice that the lone minstrel is standing there with you regarding the night sky. The Gate Guardian and I, we have paid witness to the liberation rites upon the fall of Solium for a long time. We have seen so much, and so I am a bit taken back, as all, to see something which I have never seen. You look upon the stars together for a while, and then I wish for you good fortune, and the wisdom of the scribes on your ascent. The lone minstrel leaves you there alone under the night. It has grown very late, and you need rest. The Black Wagon shall have to take flight again come morning. There was something shining. What was this? Flagging fungus occasionally produces foul-tasting mushrooms that are strangely satisfying to pluck from it. Okay. Continue. Take off. What is this? Volford approaches as you fly above his hidden lair at the Moonlight Alcove. You cannot help but wonder if you shall ever return there. Our dear alcove. I've asked my agents to break down the place. It soon shall be gone if it isn't already. We shall not be returning. We've not the time to do so anyway, and with Oralek back among the living now and no longer fond of me, I dare not think what he would do with it. Unfortunately, hiding places are of little value once they're found. Once all of this is over, those of us who do not manage to return, we shall have to find another place to live, to try to live at least. Let's see. Let's land at Temple High Road. Who are the 8 scribes? So, okay, here's my understanding. The 8 scribes were the ones, maybe they were the first ones to like earn their freedom, or maybe they invented the games, but the 8 scribes was one member of each race. There was a human, a demon, a tree guy, an imp, the snake lady, a harpy, etc. There was one of each race, and there's statues to them inside the game that we're about to go into. You arrive once more among the quiet solitude of Mount Elodial. It appears that Sir Deluge and the Pyre have already arrived along the other route. No one to talk to. Alright, seek the scribe's favor. With some time to spare for having landed, you join Pamitha on a brief expedition to the monument of Jomware Minimane. Why bother Pamitha with any of this? They're using you, same as you're using them, you know. But you're not using them, you're not using them, you're not using them. You're there because you want to be, you're there because you want to be. Okay, so real quick, just since we got some newcomers, the reader, which is who we play, has the ability to sort of read people's minds, but only surface thoughts. And right now, this is what is on her mind, and so it's like blasting out to you. You return to the wagon once she has finished paying her respects. You have occasion once more to pursue your vocations. Pamitha gets +2 presents for the next rite. Alright, so we get to pick someone to tutor and give them XP. This guy has the lowest XP. I'm gonna mentor him. You and Volford review what observations you have made thus far about the various triumvirates you have confronted on your journey. He has keen insights about some of them. Either we stand between each other's paths to freedom, or we help each other out on our way. I try to always bear this truth in mind. Continue journey. 2 scribes gate. Yeah, I saw you guys talking about the Discord in the YouTube chat. Yeah, the Discord, even if you don't use Discord much, we do have a questions channel there. And if you ever have any questions about Guild Wars 2 or otherwise, you can literally, that's what the channel's designed for. So hopefully even really introverted people don't feel shy about throwing whatever there. And then myself or anyone else who gets time will answer it as soon as possible. Like 24/7. Again, you stand before Scribe's Gate, where the gate guardian regards you all above an archway carved from stone. The exiles of the Nightwings, you must know by now that once the stars no longer shine, the right shall cease. For now, step forth. Except for you, Tariq, you stay right there. Greetings, Celeste, the Nightwings are prepared. And as for me, you shall not blaspheme unto the gate again. Do we understand each other, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. I apologize for my behavior before. I shall adhere more strictly to my duties. Be sure of it. Now each of you come forth. Please state your names and what it is that you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, your companions cross the gate until it is your time to do so, and you follow them in turn. The gate guardian regards you all, then waves you through toward the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Am I free to accompany them, Celeste, or shall I remain here? His eyes are showing, which is very rare. She looks at him a while. You are free to accompany them, Tariq. As you will, Celeste, until we meet upon the summit, then. Oh, it's you guys coming in, I guess. You got here right on time. I was just thinking maybe I would close a little early, you know. Business has been real good, and everything has just been a little slow in spots. A little slow is all. I was thinking maybe I should do a sale. What would you say to that? Falcon Ron wishes to know your thoughts about a potential sale. Go for it. You suggest, Falcon Ron, a sale might be a good idea to liven things up a bit. I guess that's a way to look at things. So, what am I gonna think about? It's sorted a while, but no promises, okay? You buying something here or what? Nah, I'm good. See you guys. I hate this guy. He guilt trips me whenever I don't buy things. Once more, the time has come for the liberation rite, where one among you can go free if you prevail. Freedom is likewise at stake for your adversaries, the Pyre Hearts. As your companions gather under the fall, awaiting the commencement of this vital rite, the lone minstrel finds you and regards you in his calm fashion. Night is falling. These moments prior to each commencement, I must admit, they give me pause, knowing so much is at stake during the trial that is to come. Tell me something, would you, reader, to ease the waiting for us both. I've traveled far and wide, even beyond these lands. However, the Commonwealth, I know only through word and song. I sometimes think on what life would be like out there. If you were not ensnared in this place and free to roam your country, what would you have done with all your days and years rather than striving here under the stars? Maybe I would have tended the land. The lands there in the Commonwealth flourish with proper care. Unlike the wild and oft-times infertile ground here in the downside, lands there on the other side can be nurtured and made to flourish. It is fulfilling to experience. I see. That seems a pleasurable change of pace to having to traverse the harsh environs of the downside. I can see why that would be desirable. Would that you someday find such a place where the land may be your ally rather than your adversary. Just then the lone minstrel looks forth and you see it is time. The stars above, though faint, begin to burn. All right, whoever asked about the scribes, Plagalpha, hang on, it's going to show them in a moment.
The stars
there,
that yet
there's the statues.
Aflame,
so you see all the races
more
are there.
Over the sacred fall of Solium. 'Twas here that the 8 scribes ordained the glorious tradition in which you now participate. The glorious tradition which you and that instigator Volfred seek to undermine. 'Tis my sincerest hope your adversaries in this liberation rite achieve instead what they desire. May the Pyre Heart soon douse those flames of yours. Let us get on with the proceedings, then.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Anointed one of the Pyre Hearts, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Sir Deluge tentatively slithers forward and starts to struggle with his mask. This knight is called Sir Deluge. He is among the most decorated knights of the Sea Dominion, having survived many, many battles. Record well these proceedings, for his valor shall soon become the stuff of legend. but probably some of your songs. Is it not so that you have fled from every battle in which you were expected to fight, Sir Deluge? Or have our messengers all been misled in this? Lies! Spread no doubt by the detestable Nightwings. Their treachery is such that they dared steal one of our own triumvirate. It is for the triumvirates to decide who shall stand with them. If one of your Pyre hearts was taken in by the Nightwings, then ask yourself why your companion would have left. This knight knows why full well, because not all who hail from the Sea Dominion seem to know the meaning of honor. Now, Nightwings, for the grave injury which you have caused the Pyre hearts, we hereby challenge you. Know that this knight would strongly prefer a traditional duel to the death. Such a shame bloodshed is against the rules. He somehow puts his mask back on. Pyre hearts, protect your liege at all costs. His liberty depends upon it. And if this knight is not getting out of here, neither are you. Alright, it's all worms. Nightwings, on whose behalf shall you conduct the liberation rite? Choose quickly. May you heed your heart in making your choice, reader. I trust you are prepared to play the hymns with me, Tariq. Always, Celeste.
Whom do you endeavor to
Who would be
return?
free? Can I pick Volfred? I can. I'm gonna pick Volfred. Here's my reasoning. Here's lore-wise. The lore, chat. So this guy, secret agent man, he's been trying to engineer this whole undermining of the Commonwealth this whole time. Wild Imp, he's fine wherever he lives. She's actually chasing a boyfriend who lives outside. I don't think she'll want to go inside. She's flat out said, don't send me in there. I don't think these two care about the Commonwealth. I mean, maybe him a little bit, because for him it would be like regaining lost honor. She just wants to hang out with her sister. So, I think to move the story forward in the way I'm most interested in seeing, I'm gonna pick Volfred. Also, I'm pretty sure his Summon Flower ability completely shuts down the worms we're about to fight.
Volfred.
There's so much to be done, should I or any one of us return, but let's focus on the here and now. We face a worthy adversary there in the Pyre Hearts.
Who shall stand with him?
Her passive is too good.
Bertrude.
For that one and for the reading one, we shall do this. Last one, I don't know. All right, I'll see what I can do for him, reader darling.
Predictably decided.
Look, just go easy on this knight, okay? He hasn't had it easy, and his fellow worm knights kind of want him out. Kind of want him out.
Commence.
Wait, the song just mentioned the Pyre Hearts by name. I wonder, does that mean there's a song with vocals for every possible opponent? A moment, Sir Deluge! Ah! What is it, you? This knight is trying to concentrate here. This knight is a burning question which you must ask of you, sir. What do you gain if you prevail here? You who fled the siege of the Spiral Sanctum, what would you do if you returned to that land? Sir Deluge squirms in an uncomfortable-looking way but does not respond. You would be returned unto an even higher station on the front, you know, good Sir Deluge, where you would brave many more battles for the glory of the Commonwealth. Is that your wish? Shut up, Gilman! What would you know of it? This night, he shall survive, whatever it shall take, whether in the Sea Dominion or the Commonwealth or in this blasted place. Now he is getting out of here. You could have survived too, but no. Now we are enemies, and once this knight is free, he shall make everybody in the Commonwealth aware of your great treachery. Oh! Okay, that happened.